Now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox look for their 7th straight victory next. Brian McHenry will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Boy, was he super good in his last one, a complete game shutout, a true gem. He certainly would like to repeat that performance here.
Gene Segura standing in, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off for the Rangers, the shortstop, Gene
He's
Segura.
ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike one. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Matty, I'm a little concerned with the play of Brandon Nimmo. Looking at the last game, it was 0 for 3, but it was the way he went about that 0 for 3. He didn't look very aggressive, and actually he looked kind of lost to me. I'm wanting to see a different player in that batter's box today.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
No balls and 1 strike. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. James Paxton, the left-handed Canadian, gets the starting assignment here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
Stepping into the box, David Peralta.
He'll
lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, David Peralta.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know what, D-Row? Now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll. Offensively or pitch better, something's got to change.
And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, one guy to watch is Nick Markakis. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. And we all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Batting third.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit softly down the line at first. Swing and a liner. Martin is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the Jake Lamb standing in now. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one.
Jake Lamb.
Fouled off. One and one to count to Jake Lamb. Rolled slowly to first. Moreland scoops it up, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the plate putting the digits down. That's Brian McCann. I don't think he gets enough credit for his defense. The ability to massage a pitching staff, soft hands, and a nice throwing arm to second base. We already know from the offensive side he's a multiple-time All-Star with the ability to launch.
And there's ball two now.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you probably got to sit on that right now.
The count now at 2-2. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Here's George Springer, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
Center fielder, George.
A ball and no strikes.
Springer.
But fastball misses downstairs, and it's 2-0 now.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind at a count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
3-0 to him now. Here it is, the 3-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Here's Brian Dozier now. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category.
Hey, D-Roll, up steps one of the best power hitters in the game. Actually, he hit one out of the ballpark in his last game.
Yeah, and I hear you talk about all the time they come in bunches for the power hitters, and that's certainly the case right here. Better be very careful throwing anything over the heart of the plate today.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Gene Segura. Very athletic shortstop, has one of the best arms in the position, is really coming into his own offensively as well.
Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. The 1-2. He's running. Pitch misses low. The throw down. The throw pulls him off the bag.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard to this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
Springer leads off second with one gone in the inning. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
Count still full 3-2. The payoff pitch one more time. And he fouls this one off. This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Delmonico going back on it, and it's off the green monster. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Striding in for Boston, Pedro Alvarez. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First pitch on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
And there's ball one. Red Sox on top in the early going. 1-0 as we play the second. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. To 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three. Now to the plate, Homer Munson, runner in scoring position with two gone.
Munson.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. So far this year against Southpaws, Munson is below the Mendoza line. A batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
One and one. Here it is. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Red Sox strike for a run on the RBI double. We've played two. Now 1-0. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped up. There to play it is Moreland, and there's one away.
Batting 8.
Now with the plate, Kendrys Morales. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for strike one.
0-1.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Strike one to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Rounded slowly to the left side. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. They're currently near the top of the league in team batting average, so more often than not, they're going to give opposing pitchers a tough matchup. One player told me before the game they have a solid group of guys in this lineup, but that they also owe a lot of credit to the coaching staff for working tirelessly with them every day to get them ready and keep improving. Really seems to be a total team effort, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. This one's down to third. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
The batter.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the powerful right fielder Nick Markakis. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike one.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
A ball and 2 strikes. Misses, ball 2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught onto their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Up next for the Rangers, Gene Segura back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
In there, no balls and a strike. Rangers still searching for hit number 1 in the ballgame. Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there for strike 1, 0-1. On the ground for Dozier at second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Next up for the Red Sox, Mitch Moreland hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Nimmo has it, and it's a quick out number 1.
The center fielder.
So here's the cleanup hitter, George Springer. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
The batter, number 13.
Striding in once again, Brian Dozier, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
A ball and a strike now. Paxton peers in. Here's the 1-1. And that misses. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another full count pitch home. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead it 1-0.
And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. The windup and the 0-1. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. A ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Settling in now, Kurt Suzuki. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's a pop-up now. Munson calls for it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Rangers set down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Now at the plate, Kyle Seager. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 on its way. Fouled away. Here it comes on 0-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Pedro Alvarez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
The count now at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Digging in now, Homer Munson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
A pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. 1-2 to the Boston shortstop.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. In there, now the throw. And he is out at second. Leading off the inning, Nicky Delmonico. And they'll need him to get something going here. Check swing called strike, 0-1.
Delmonico.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Swung on and missed. That strike 2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1. Morales, a veteran at 35 years of age. He was taken in the very late rounds back in the draft of 2019.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Good pitch there, had him a little out in front. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
The center fielder, number 3.
Digging in, Leonis Martini. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Ready now, Brian McCann. He'll start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway. Got him fishing that time, 0-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. One and 2 to the Red Sox catcher. Fouled off. Here he comes again, 1-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Ready for another shot now, David Peralta. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. A little tardy there, no balls and a strike. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Peralta is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting, right
Here's
fielder.
Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. This is line to left. And Markakis has got himself a base hit. So now with 2 away, the middle of the order gets to bat with opportunities on base.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
No hits to this point. Paxton comes set. Here's the 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Markakis leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Martin is under it. And the inning is over. Reds striding in, Gene Segura. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. To his right, Mullen. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. 1 out, nobody on. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in the inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Behind 0-2 now.
Nope.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
And Dozier will put this one away to retire the side. At the plate, George Springer. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
The batter, number 13.
One man is out in the Red Sox 7th, and that'll bring up the power-hitting second baseman Brian Dozier. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And it bangs off the monster. Throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First offering on its way. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Now the 2-1 pitch. is laid off of for ball number 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Pedro.
In now is Pedro Alvarez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Gone. He finds the short porch for a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. Number 10 for him on the year, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
Yeah, he was having zero luck early in the game, striking out twice in 2 at-bats. But it only takes one swing to get back in a groove. That was definitely it.
Stepping in now, Homer Munson, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And that ends the inning. But the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. 7 complete here tonight. Boston leads it 3-0. So striding in, Jake Lamb, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
But this will be gloved out there at second, as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Number 0.
Into the box now, Dennis Davidson. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Is at the knees and called strike 3.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
At the plate, Kurt Suzuki. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped straight up. McHenry is there. And that ends the inning. James Pazos is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 48.
Digging in, Brian McCann. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Digging in once again, David Peralta. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. And he lays off there, 1-0. Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder. Popped him up. Suzuki over to his right, and that's the second out of the inning. At the plate, Nick Markakis. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. 0-1 count, and the pitch. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. And they will get, no, he's in there. A very close play at first. So it's a runner at first with two men out, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. To come set, here's the 0-0 pitch. Hard hit at third. Well, he has some trouble with it. Big spot here. First and second, two men gone, and former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Springer is exactly a .220 hitter, so he'll look to improve on that if he can a little bit here.
This is the classic case of the modern-day ball player right there. You can have the batting average if your OPS is north of 800.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to attack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Boston kicking off the top of the 9th, Nicky Delmonico, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Ready for another chance? Hendrys Morales. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Strike 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
Number 3, Leone Martin.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. 2-2 now with 2 out here in the 9th.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he
strike three called, and it's over. He's pitched a perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 37,755. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.